In the heart of Pripyat, Ukraine, lies an amusement park that tells a tale unlike any other. A place of joy and laughter turned into a haunting reminder of one of the world's most catastrophic nuclear disasters. The Pripyat Amusement Park was set to be the city's newest attraction, with its grand opening planned for May 1st, 1986. But fate had other plans. Just days before its official opening, the Chernobyl disaster struck on April 26th. The park, in a bittersweet twist, opened its gates a day later, not as a celebration, but as a brief distraction for the city's residents as they prepared to evacuate. Today, the Ferris wheel stands as an iconic symbol of the disaster. Visitors from around the world come to pay their respects, leaving behind stuffed animals as a poignant memorial. While time has passed, the scars of the disaster remain. Radiation levels vary throughout the park. While the concrete areas offer relative safety, there are pockets, especially under the Ferris wheel, where radiation levels are alarmingly high. The Pripyat Amusement Park serves as a somber reminder of the fragility of life and the lasting impact of human error. A place of joy, forever overshadowed by tragedy. In the aftermath of the Chernobyl disaster, a wave of fear swept across Europe, but it wasn't just the immediate vicinity that felt the tremors of anxiety. Doctors across Western Europe, influenced by the prevailing radiophobia or fear of radiation, began advising pregnant women to terminate their pregnancies. Getty photographer Sean Gallup captured the heart-wrenching scenes from care centers in Belarus, where children with disabilities were being looked after. The International Atomic Energy Agency reported a staggering number. Between 100,000 to 200,000 pregnancies were terminated. Mothers, fearing for the health of their unborn children, made the agonizing decision based on the information they were given. However, 2 decades later, a revelation came to light. The World Health Organization determined that the radiation doses from Chernobyl weren't high enough to cause adverse pregnancy outcomes. While Belarus did witness an increase in children with birth defects, the spike was attributed not to radiation, but to a more accurate reporting of these cases. The Chernobyl disaster not only exposed the dangers of nuclear energy, but also the devastating consequences of fear and misinformation. Every corner of Pripyat tells a tale. The once lively walls, now scarred by time, have been adorned with art from souls attempting to capture the city's lost essence. Amongst these, the shadowy childlike figures stand out, often believed to symbolize the ghosts of those who once called this place home, an eternal testament to the memories that linger. Photographer Jan Smith was captivated by the graffiti he discovered in Pripyat. The art, a blend of nostalgia, innocence, and humor, stood in stark contrast to the desolation surrounding it. Some pieces were grand and conspicuous, while others were subtle, turning the discovery of each into a game of hide and seek. For Smith, documenting this graffiti was more than just capturing art. It was about preserving a fleeting historical archive, an archive that not only showcased the talent of the artists, but also promoted their voice in the ongoing debate about the risks of nuclear energy. Beyond the graffiti, Pripyat itself was a testament to art and architecture. Designed by some of the finest architects of its time, the city was replete with parks, promenades, and impressive public facilities. Many buildings boasted intricate mosaics, stained glass, and frescoes, hinting at the vibrant life that once thrived here. The recurring theme of lost childhood is evident in many of the graffiti pieces. These artworks evoke a deep sense of pity for the residents, especially the children, whose lives were abruptly upended by the disaster. The graffiti of Pripyat is not just art, it's a voice that speaks of lost dreams, stolen childhoods, and a city that once was. It's a voice that, despite the silence of the abandoned streets, refuses to be muted. In the face of mankind's absence, nature embarked on its own quiet revolution. It wasn't just a process of reclaiming lost ground, It was a poignant reminder of nature's indomitable will. As man-made structures decayed, green tendrils began their ascent, encapsulating a city that once buzzed with life, redefining it as a verdant mausoleum. The 1986 Chernobyl disaster forever altered the landscape of Central Europe. Pine trees, once green and thriving, turned russet from the radiation, giving birth to the now infamous Red Forest. Yet amidst this transformation, saplings sprouted, hinting at nature's resilience. The exclusion zone became an unexpected sanctuary for wildlife. Populations of boar, elk, and roe deer flourished, and even rarer species like lynx, bison, and wolves found refuge in this unlikely haven. But it's not just the mammals that have adapted. The eastern tree frogs of the region, typically a vibrant lime green, have undergone a rapid evolution. Intriguingly, many now sport a dark, almost black hue. Researchers believe this change in coloration, a result of increased melanin, offers protection against the heightened radiation, showcasing nature's incredible ability to adapt and survive. Yet mysteries persist. Wild boars, for instance, exhibit higher levels of radioactivity than other animals. Recent studies have linked this anomaly to their diet, particularly their fondness for deer truffles. These underground mushrooms accumulate radioactive cesium with a long time delay, explaining the boar's elevated radiation levels. Amidst the silent decay, heartbeats persisted. A group of defiant souls, choosing memories over caution, returned to the homes they once knew. These women, often referred to as Chernobyl's babushkas, symbolize resilience, tenacity, and an unwavering bond to one's roots, even in the face of adversity. For these women, the land is not just soil, it's a connection to their ancestors, their traditions, and their memories. Despite the evident dangers, they cultivate their gardens, drawing sustenance both physically and emotionally from the earth. The kitchens of these babushkas are filled with the aroma of traditional recipes passed down through generations. Each dish, a testament to their enduring spirit and a celebration of life amidst the shadows of a nuclear disaster. Community is their strength. Together, they share tales of the past, sing folk songs, and find solace in each other's company. Their gatherings are a poignant reminder of the vibrant community that once thrived in the region. Their homes, though weathered by time, are treasure troves of memories. Photographs of loved ones, trinkets from the past, and hand-stitched quilts tell stories of joy, love, and loss. The babushkas of Chernobyl are not just survivors, they are custodians of history. Their decision to return and stay in the exclusion zone is a testament to the power of home and the human spirit's ability to find hope, even in the most challenging circumstances. The nuclear catastrophe orphaned many, and not just humans. Pripyat's pets, left behind in the haste, faced a new and challenging world. Over the years, a blend of the wild and the domesticated emerged, crafting a lineage of canines that echo both their past and the present in their very being. For generations, these dogs have made the radioactive remains of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant their home. In a groundbreaking genetic analysis, scientists discovered that dogs living in the power plant industrial area are genetically distinct from those residing farther away. While the exact cause of these genetic differences remains a topic of research, the data provides a crucial first step in understanding the potential impact of radiation on their evolution. The dogs of the exclusion zone, many of whom are descendants of pets abandoned during the evacuation, have thrived in humanity's absence. The canine packs in the exclusion zone are not mere feral dogs. They form families, breed, and exist in the very heart of the power plant. Their genetic makeup reveals traces of German shepherds and other shepherd breeds common to free-breeding dogs from Eastern Europe. The dogs of Chernobyl serve as living reminders of the disaster's aftermath. Their resilience, adaptability, and survival in such a challenging environment underscore nature's incredible ability to endure and evolve. Beyond the tales of human tragedy and nature's resurgence, Chernobyl hides mysteries that continue to perplex and intrigue. Deep within the ruins of reactor number 4 lies a mass of corium and other materials formed during the explosion. Known as the elephant's foot, this highly radioactive mass was once so lethal that spending mere minutes near it would result in certain death. Over the years, the elephant's foot cooled and cracked. Even today, it's estimated to be slightly above ambient temperature due to the radioactive material's ongoing decomposition. This mass, formed of corium, is perhaps the most toxic substance on Earth. Not far from the reactor stands a colossal relic from the Cold War era, the Duga radar system. Known as the Russian woodpecker due to the tapping sound it emitted, this over-the-horizon radar was shrouded in secrecy and was once one of the most powerful military facilities in the Soviet Union. Time in Pripyat seems to have frozen. Personal belongings left behind in the rush of evacuation serve as silent witnesses to the lives that once thrived here. From classrooms with unfinished lessons to hospitals with medical records still on file, the city is a haunting time capsule. The Red Forest, named for its ginger-brown hue, stands as one of the most potent symbols of the Chernobyl disaster. Once vibrant, these pine trees absorbed fatal doses of ionizing radiation, turning them into lifeless sentinels of a tragic past. In the aftermath, many of these trees were bulldozed and buried, yet the land they stand on remains one of the world's most contaminated areas. But nature, in its resilience, has found a way. Despite the radiation, wildlife has returned, and the zone has transformed into an unexpected refuge for many species. Yet, beneath the surface, the lingering effects of radiation pose questions that are yet to be fully answered. Rising like a phoenix from the ashes, the new safe confinement, commonly referred to as Chernobyl's Arch, stands as a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. Constructed to encase the remains of the reactor destroyed in the 1986 disaster, this colossal structure serves multiple purposes: to prevent the release of radioactive contaminants, protect the reactor from external elements, and facilitate the eventual decommissioning of the reactor. Built at a staggering cost of over $1.7 billion and completed in 2016, it is the world's largest movable metal structure, symbolizing humanity's commitment to rectifying its past mistakes and ensuring a safer future.